call on our Master of Ceremonies for this evening, Roma High School Student Council President, Jesus Gonzalez.
Thank you for joining us this evening. It is a privilege for me to be here to serve as Master of Ceremonies for our commencement exercises for the class of 2017. At this time, I call on Felipe Hinojosa to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. This will be followed by a recording of the Star-Spangled Banner by our Roma High School Choir.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were black, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I now call on Andres Silva to lead us in tonight's invocation.
Please bow your heads. God, we ask for your almighty hand to be upon all those who graduate today. Bless our lives from this day on with goodness and love. Help us stay true to our dreams, to use our gifts wisely, and to walk into the future with faith, hope, and great love. We ask for your guidance as we embark into a life full of new responsibilities and experiences. Amen.
Thank you, Andy. Please be seated. I now call on Robert Campos for some special introductions.
This evening, I would like to recognize a special group of individuals. Board President, Mrs. Leticia Garza Galvan. Board Vice President, Mr. Raul P. Moreno, Jr. Board Secretary, Mr. Juan Antonio Sainz. Board Member, Mrs. Clarissa B. Alvarez. Board Member, Mr. Arturo S. Perez. Board Member, Mr. Reynaldo Rodriguez, Jr. Board Member, Mr. Dagoberto Salinas. Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Carlos Guzman. Roma High School Principal, Mrs. Marisa Belmontes. Also here tonight, I would like to recognize all Roma High School administrators and counselors. Please stand or wave to be recognized. Thank you for serving our school district and for providing us with what we needed to become members of the graduating class of 2017.
Thank you, Robert. I now call on our Roma ISD Board President, Mrs. Leticia Garza Galban, to deliver a message from the board.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us to celebrate our remarkable Mighty Gladiator Class of 2017. Now, graduates, I want you to start by doing something you know how to do all too well. Take out your cell phones. And don't pretend like you don't have them with you, because I know you do. I want you to turn on your camera and put it on selfie mode and take a selfie. We'll wait a few seconds. Okay. Now I want you to save this picture and mark the date. Post it, tweet it, Instagram it, Snapchat it. Because today, this is a new birthday for all of you. Today is the birthday of the start of you taking charge of your destiny. Today, you and you alone decide what your future truly holds. There are no more mandated class schedules or practices you must attend. You choose if you go to school and where, what classes you take and when. You decide if you will be involved in some kind of extra activity like church events or theater groups. You decide if you will be able to afford art classes on the side or music lessons. You decide if you can afford to go to a sports event or a concert at the State Farm Arena. There are no more counselors, coaches, assistant principals, or teachers around to tell you how to wear your hair, to pull up your pants, or to guide your decisions. Sorry. You only have your family members and friends there to watch out for you in those ways. You must make the decision of who to value and trust what advice to take. Yes, today begins a new era for you, and the future is wide open. And the people who were there with you on your first birthday are the same ones that will be the most valuable assets to you as you take charge of your destiny from here on out. My message to you is that as you post those selfies, you take today and celebrate with your friends tonight. As you go off to make your life or think of your dreams, never forget the important role of your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles. These people were there with you on that first birthday, and they are here with you today. Don't lose your connection with them. They will always be your most important resources, your most valuable pillars, your most loving arms to run to when you need support and guidance. Yes, Roma ISD has given you the tools and the academic foundation, but your family alone gave you your roots upon which to grow your own family tree. There is no doubt that our school district was built on the foundation of loving parents who wanted a bright future for their children of our community, and the parents here today have given you just that. Now, I want you to do something for me, graduates. I ask you graduates to please stand and face your parents. Give your families a standing ovation for the love and support they have given you to get to this point. Thank you all, and enjoy a wonderful evening. Mi familia gladiadora. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Mrs. Galvan. At this moment, please direct your attention to the screens behind the stage for a special tribute for the class of 2017, produced by the Gladiator Television Network.
We've all been through ups and downs, holding strong through every struggle, being there when not around.
Aquí se nos ha enseñado a competir con gran honor. Soy guerrero preparado y defiendo con pasión. Unimos nuestras voces en esta celebración. Cantamos de alegría con todo el corazón. We're gladiators, and this is what we've been taught to do. Have each other's backs, stand out in the crowds, and let everyone know that we rule. We are gladiators, don't pretend to put us down. We were given shining armor, in the knowledge to believe we're Roma proud. Siempre en alto defendiendo mi nación. Orgullosamente grito, rojo y blanco es mi color.
Building memories as the time goes by, feeding off of streaming quotes, crying joy for all achievements. Let me hear you make some noise.
Unimos nuestras voces en esta celebración. Cantamos de alegría con todo el corazón. We're gladiators, and this is what we've been taught to do. Have each other's backs, stand out in the crowds, and let everyone know that we rule. We are gladiators, don't pretend to put us down. We were given shining armor, in the knowledge to believe we're Roma proud. We're Roma proud, in the knowledge to believe we're gladiators. Don't pretend to put us down. We were given shining armor, in the knowledge to believe we're Roma proud. We're Roma proud, in the knowledge to believe we're Roma proud. In the knowledge to believe we're Roma proud.
And our salutatorian for the class of 2017, Jesus Chucho Gonzalez.
Good evening. Superintendent Guzman, Madam President, members of the board, administration, staff, parents, family members, and most importantly, the mighty Gladiator class of 2017. I am Jesus Gonzalez, or as y'all know me, Chucho. It has been a great honor and privilege to be your Student Council President and 2017 Salutatorian. Who would have thought that this day would come and we would gather here together for one last moment of memories? Yes, you and you, Mark. I'm glad to finally say, even though we lost in every single class competition, we are still receiving our high school diplomas. I would not be standing here today without the undying support of important people in my life. Mom, Dad, I cannot stop thanking you for raising me the way that you did, for cradling me in your arms after every time I failed, for keeping my feet on the ground every time I succeeded. But most of all, thank you for always being what I love most, my parents. To all my classmates, thank your parents and guardians for helping you finish this chapter in your lives, and thank them for their guidance and love they so kindly gave you. Also, we must not forget who helped us reach this point. People who are not even our family members, but our teachers. How can we forget Mr. Bailey's history class? Or Chiquita and Lamar asking for a pass but still letting us into their library? Or Mr. Cloward's acting and dancing skills? Or Miss Mayra Ramos being the teacher that puts us in her place, but is still sweet and kind-hearted? Without a doubt, this class has achieved so much that we will never be forgotten. From athletics to fine arts, academics to student organizations, every single one of you on this field managed to become something part of greater than yourselves. You managed to become part of the class of 2017. I have confidence in saying that Hera will be drafted for the NFL in a few years, that Felipe and Alexa will be recording CDs at a professional level, and that Cristol will be the medic that consults us when we are sick. I got to know mostly every single one of you throughout my high school years, and all of you guys have been a trip. What amazes me is how diverse this class is. We have people from Aaron and Raul Soriano, dedicated in whatever task is given to them, to Peter Rivera and Basan, very relaxed and comic. Whether it was the senior supper, pep rallies, the senior trip, and even just regular school days, you all would give the high school a different vibe. I really love you guys. Let us not fall in bitterness because these are our final moments together as a whole, but rejoice for the fact that we made it. We made it to the point that seemed like it was never going to get here, yet here we are. Just as the class of 2017 has excelled throughout high school and in our community of Roma, the class of 2017 will go out into the world not as an ordinary graduating class that will land mediocre jobs or lives, but as a graduating class that will outshine others by far. A graduating class that will make the difference in our world. We are the mighty gladiator class of 2017, a class like no other. And the moment you walk out of these gates, you will walk out of the chapter that has prepared you to take on any challenge you encounter. Life isn't easy, and by now I think we all know that. However, this graduation ceremony is the proof that your determination is what will get you to what you most desire. Y para concluir mi discurso, quiero darle las gracias a mi mamá y papá por siempre apoyarme en todo lo que haga, a Mr. Cloward por ser un gran guía en mis decisiones de colegio, a Meme y Cristóbal por siempre ser mis mejores amigos, y a Dios por nunca dejarme solo en mis altas y bajas. Que Dios los bendiga hoy y siempre.
Thank you, Chucho. I now call our valedictorian for the class of 2017, Aaron Trevino.
Thank you, Cassie. Good evening, fellow students, teachers, administrators, parents, and board members. We are here tonight to celebrate a great accomplishment. As we ready ourselves to move on to the next chapter in our lives, some of us may be scared, others anxious to be free to make our own decisions, and still, some of us may not know what to do after graduation. I have faith each of us will find our ways, but I would like to impart upon you a few ideas and thoughts that I hope you will take to heart and remember many years from now. A much wiser man than myself once said, "Anyone can achieve greatness." I have witnessed this quote in action many times throughout my life. I know of many people who have emerged from especially difficult situations that were beyond their control. Each and every one of these people had major obstacles to overcome throughout their lives, but none of them allowed these obstacles to stop them from doing something great. They pushed on through the firestorms of life, never quitting or losing hope from the setbacks they faced time after time. Many of these people sit among the crowd today.
Many within this honorable group have reached their goals through following several key points that we would be wise to consider throughout our daily lives. Firstly, we can wish all we want and hope for the best, but actions count more than intentions. We must find the courage and motivation to go forth and improve our lives, even when the odds are stacked against us. But we must also remain flexible. We have to be willing to take a different path to our dreams at times, but nonetheless take action. If we never get up and do what's necessary to make a change, it simply won't happen. Secondly, we should allow our fear of failure to give us strength to move onward. Once we take the step to make things better, we can't turn back without facing the consequences. One of my most enjoyable pastimes is watching free soloist climbers scale massive cliff faces. One of my favorite climbers is Alex Honnold. In an interview, he once told a reporter that his fear of falling is what pushes him to reach the top, because he knows once he begins climbing, he could not safely descend. It would be impossible. We must control our fear like a climber with no safety rope. We can't let it paralyze us, nor can we give in and try to make our way back down the mountain. We must use it to drive ourselves to the peak, where we can look back upon our achievements in comfort. Emerging from that idea, there's another one to consider. We can't let failure destroy us or hold us back. Life isn't always fair, but we must learn to pick ourselves up when we face setbacks or get knocked down. At times, we may need some help in doing so, and there's nothing wrong with reaching out for a hand, but we have to get back up on our own 2 feet again eventually. Finally, we must live honestly. Theatricality and deception can be powerful agents, but can also blind us into believing falsehoods, even about ourselves. There is no point to us making it more difficult for ourselves to understand the world around us through being dishonest. I encourage us all to radiate the light of honesty in our work and in our words. Guide the way for others with this light, and seek it out among your peers. These 4 points have been preached in many ways throughout the ages, but that is because they hold truth. Remember them when you come to each of the many crossroads that you will undoubtedly encounter throughout your life. I leave you with the quote from Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief, it was the epoch of incredulity. It was the season of light, it was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope, it was the winter of despair. We were all going direct to heaven, we were all going direct the other way. Some may be feeling the duality of this quote tonight, but I personally do not. Now is not the time for fear. I believe that by going forth unafraid and optimistic, it is a far better thing that we do than we have ever done. And I believe that our future shines like a bright city on the horizon. May God bless you all. Congratulations, Gladiator Class of 2017.
Thank you, Aaron. At this time, will the class of 2017 please stand? I now call on Mr. Carlos Guzman to certify the graduates.
Good evening, members of the Board of Trustees. With the authority vested in me as Superintendent of Schools, I certify that these students have met the requirements set forth by the local school district and by the Texas Education Agency and are therefore eligible to receive their high school diploma. At this point, please turn your tassels. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Thank you, Mr. Guzman. We will now begin with the awarding of the diplomas. I call on Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Carlos Guzman, Mr. Esteban Treviño, Mrs. Diliana Muniz, and Mr. Ricardo Perez to assist me in the awarding of the diplomas.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time it gives me great pleasure to introduce the graduates for the class of 2017 for Roma High School, the valedictorian for the class of 2017, Aaron Leo Treviño. Ladies and gentlemen, the salutatorian for the class of 2017, Jesus Chucho Gonzalez. Andrés Alejandro Silva. Felipe Onésimo Hinojosa. Regina Lisette Rodríguez. Roberto Horacio Campos. Cassandra Lisette Gonzalez. Noé Loreto Muñiz. Gerardo González. Cristóbal Eloy Barrera. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the next diplomas will be awarded by Roma ISD Board President, Mrs. Leticia Garza Galvan. Ladies and gentlemen, Ana Lilia Aguilar. Brando Aguirre Martínez. Marisol Alanís. Samantha Alanís. Adamari Alanis Medina. Cassandra Nicole Alanis. Ediberto Alanis. Eric Lee Alanis. Janet Alanis. Josué Daniel Alanis. José Noel Sainz. Manuel Alanis. Viviana Alanis. Jasmine Albor. Felipe de Jesús Alemán. Anaísa Alfaro. Vanessa Adamari Almendaris. Linda Jocelyn Alonso. Francisco Alonso Ortiz. Rosa María Arellano. Alexis Arredondo. Noelia Noemí Arriaga. Edgar Eduardo Juárez. Alan Avila. Dariana Aviles. Yaretsi Yamilex Barcenas. Amanda Edith Barrera. Ariana Barrera. Aricel Fernanda Barrera. Aileen Alexia Barrera. Gabino Barrera. Presenting the next diploma will be Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Carlos Guzman. Juan Antonio Barrera. Milton Lene Barrera. Mónica Lorraine Barrera. Raúl Barrera. Salma Yadira Barrera. Juan Ángel Barrientos. Marta Amareli Barrientos. Jacqueline Barrios. Carlos Bazán. Luis Lorenzo Bazán. Lisette Yandeli Benavides. Elías Benítez Jr. Genaro Benítez. Alberto Bolaños Jr. Luan Borjas. Estefanía Juliet Buenteo. Jaime Gabrieles. Michael Campos. Dalinda Daniela Canales. Joshua Michael Canales. Katia Emabeli Cañedo. Lisbeth Cano. Luis Donaldo Cantú. Samuel Cantú. Mónica Pamela Cantú Esparza. Rogelio Cantú Hinojosa. Cesaida Carvajal. José Isabel Castañeda. Juan Guillermo Castillo Calderón. Alejandro Samuel Celedón. Abel Isaac Cerda. Juan Ociel Chapa. Rafael Contreras. Alfredo Corona. Laura Lisette Corona. Andrea María Cortés. Sigifredo Cortés. Karina Cruz. Carol Jeanette Davila. Margarito Delgado. Jacqueline Diaz. Karen Lisette Elizalde. José Bonifacio Elizondo III. And now I call on Board President, Mrs. Leticia Garza Galvan, to continue presenting diplomas. Albert Escobar. Brianna Anel Escobar. Isaías Moisés Escobar. Joana Escobar. Ramón Espinosa. Sisters Bárbara and Valentina Espinosa de los Monteros. Deyanira Estrada. Mark Anthony Falcon. Salma Abigail Falcon. Arturo Fernández. Ana Luisa Flores. Brianda Lisette Flores. Brianda Lisette Flores. Isis Jasmine Flores. Joel Andrés Flores. Rafael Fuentes. Alaila García. Alondra Garcia. Aileen Yamili Garcia. Brianna Garcia. Carlos Garcia. Diana Minelli Garcia. Eduardo Tomás García. Eliud García. Gabriela García. Héctor Damián García. Javier García. Jasmine García. Jesús García. José Ángel García. José Humberto García. José Manuel García. José Santos García. Cassandra García. Liana Monique García. Luis Mario García. María Guadalupe García. Mónica Lisbeth García. Nicolás García. And now presenting diplomas will be Roma ISD Board Vice President Mr. Raul Moreno Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, Perla Yaresi Garcia. Rafael García. Samantha García. Severiano García. Thais García. Vanessa García. Victoria García. Yaretsi Yarael García.